Hey, Scarefest fans, this is Joe Lewis at Bonehead Weekly. I actually, in the last couple of weeks, have had a chance to catch up on a lot of stuff. And by that, I mean I got to watch 3 or 4 horror films. So I have a slew of new reviews. Well, close. This is one that came out in the spring. It's called Gretel and Hansel instead of Hansel and Gretel. It's an odd little movie. Now let's talk about it for a second because actually I liked it quite a bit, but I don't know that any of you are going to like it quite a bit. The cool thing about it is that the director's name is Oz Perkins, which I just think is a cool name, but that's not necessarily all that's great about it. It stars Sophia Lillis, and you would know her from It. Alice Krieg. Alice Krieg is in a ton of things. You know her from the Borg Queen from Star Trek. She's also in the movie Ghost Story, which is based on a famous novel, Ghost Story from the early 80s. She's in one of my favorite Mick Garris films as the mother who has sex with her son in Sleepwalkers, which is a weird thing to say out loud. Here's what it's about. So you're familiar with Hansel and Gretel. Well, Gretel and Hansel takes it and flips it just a little bit. It's a classic story, but it's basically it's about Gretel. That's the reason why Gretel's name is moved to the front. So the filmmakers say. Hansel is a little boy, and Gretel is barely maybe preteen, early teens. And a young girl leads her little brother into the dark woods in a desperate search of food and work, only to stumble upon a nexus of terrifying evil, is the sentence that IMDb uses, which is true. There is a woodsman who helps them, gives them one night, and they leave there and they find this beautiful cabin where it smells like chocolate and candy inside, and they're starving. That's what I liked about this movie. Is they're very it's very realistic of what would have, let's say this is 1700s or 1500s and you're thrown out. It would be tough to live in the woods. What are you going to do? What if you're trying to help out your 8-year old brother? So, of course, they succumb to it. They go in, a witch lives there, and she proceeds to feed them. Gretel does odd jobs for her, and Hansel eats a lot. And you know where this is going. None of this is new. What I liked about the movie, other than Alice Krieg is just a fantastic actress, is that it's shot beautifully. It's a little weird at first. It takes you a while. There's some fish-eyed lens scenes that I don't quite know, and there's a cool little scene where them eating some mushrooms in the forest. This did not get the greatest reviews. And I get it. It's probably not what people expect. It's clearly a lower budget film. It's beautifully shot. It has some fantastic acting. Don't know that you don't see the ending coming from a mile away. There is one little point where at the end, the witch actually says out loud, "Oh, what a world." So Gretel has maybe some powers. This witch kind of takes her under her wing. Is she going to let the witch eat her brother? Is she know she's a witch? I don't think I'm giving too many things away, and I don't want to give away the ending. If you can check it out, Gretel and Hansel, I actually kind of liked it. I think it's better than what people think. So if you get a chance, it's on something called Epics, which is a service I don't get unless it's just free for a weekend. But you can also check it out on Prime Video. I think you have to pay a little bit, or it's still at the Red Box. So I highly enjoyed Gretel and Hansel. Not the best movie ever. Plus, I mean, it's a witch. There's a lot of candy. Check out Gretel and Hansel. This is Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly. Thanks so much.